do you want to tell them why the sea turtles are in danger? Because most of the islands, when you have, correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess the turtles are attracted to like the, are they attracted to like the lights and stuff like? So in the hotel, we'll have giant hotels and everything. We'll have the lights, and then the sea turtles come up there, and people will go out there and stuff. I mean, not purposely necessarily, but it's been so overdeveloped.
When the sea turtles hatch, they all make a mad dash to the sea, and they usually come out at night and they follow the moonlight. But with the hotels in the other direction, many of them are going up onto the sand dunes in the wrong direction, and they die. That's very sad. This is a dead hermit crab. He's upside down, but we get to see his legs, and we get to see where we learn how to tell a male hermit crab from a female hermit crab. Again, this would be called a living fossil. They were here long before the dinosaurs, and they're still here.
Is that a horseshoe crab?
Horseshoe crab. Horseshoe crab. Thank you. You're absolutely correct. A horseshoe crab. At least on this part of the shell. We should have a better picture of that to come out too. So let's get rid of that one. And let's go here. Now this is interesting. One of the adventures we had. The beach is about 20 kilometers away from the main dormitory. But it takes about an hour to get there because we're towed behind, we're in a wagon being towed by a tractor. We went down about probably 14 or 15 kilometers on a road, and all of a sudden we found this in our way. And there is water here, and there's water over here, and same on this side. So you really cannot back up a tractor and almost like a garden trailer behind you. So we had to disconnect the tractor, or the trailer that all 20 of us were on, and we had all of our kids, this was the time, they had fun with this. They all had to pick up and push the tractor back and find a spot where it's wide enough that we could turn it around, and then get the other tractor to go out. And it took us 2 hours to get to the beach that day instead of 1 hour. But this is nature. This is the way it is. Somewhere along the line, the water, it was unusually high tide. In fact, it was very high tide. The dock where we saw people landing was up almost over the top, almost covered the dock. Once you get just a little trickle of water over from the fresh water, what's called a slough, into the salt water, it's all sand. This beach is 100% sand. So you just get a little bit of water coming over the top, and it just runs down like a child in a sandbox. And this probably happened in 2 tidal cycles. You don't go down there every day. It was there on Tuesday. It was not there on Thursday. Again, one of our adventures here, one of our teachers here. Okay? Let's do this. One of the things that our students did as scientific research, or as something of value, the island really has not been mapped completely. The roads are there, and they've been there for a very long time, but they have only been, someone took a map and sort of did an overlay where they thought it was. So we're going through and we're measuring with our GPS units, I think every 100 feet. We're getting precise measurements, so we should be able to put this onto Google Earth, and you'll get an exact, once we get the latitude and longitude on our GPS stamps of the visual pictures, you'll be able to go down and find out precisely where that deer or that tree or that Spanish moss or that lizard or that rattlesnake was found. This road is the oldest continuously used dirt road in the United States. Somewhere in around the 1600s or so, and it was never paved. It was used as a plantation road, as a farm road. So we have a little bit of history there. Okay? And our students know that they're doing something that has not been done before, original research. The type of thing that you would do even as a doctoral level. All right, let's go to another group. Oh, let's do a beach picture. We don't have too many beach pictures. I'm not sure why. We go down to a section that we like to call the boneyard, where the ocean has come up over what was just a nice forested land, and then saltwater killed all the trees. This is all that's left. This isn't washed up. This isn't driftwood. This was a forest at this particular point. So we do have an opportunity to take our kids out. This group, this man here particularly, this is one of our computer science people. That's who that is. Cohort 3 and 4 have several of our imported teachers. Right now in southeastern United States, my university and other pedagogical universities cannot produce enough teachers in science and mathematics. So we are getting teachers to come over. These are from India. We have a group from the Philippines. We have about 50 from the Philippines. I think we had about 60 from India. We have about 20 from Russia teaching science and math, because we don't have enough science and math teachers. All right, get out of that picture, but is of interest. And
That's the Spanish moss.
this is Spanish moss?
Left, bottom left. No Spanish?
Oh, yes. If you come into the south, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, you'll find this growing on all of the trees. It's called Spanish moss. It's not moss. It's not from Spain. It is an epiphyte, an air plant. And as an air plant, it does not need any roots. It doesn't need to be watered. It gets all the moisture it needs from the air. It gets all the nutrients from the air and a little bit what's on the bark of the trees. And interestingly enough, it's related to the pineapple. It is one of the smallest flowers of all flowering